from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, he's already shown on this opening drive that he will run the football. We know that about him, Charles, so maybe when he gets outside the pocket, the defense a little wary about the run, and he's able to convert the pass.
And that wariness will often cause you to be a step or two slow. And sometimes you get so focused on, will he or won't he run the football, you forget that there are receivers in your area, and they find themselves open, and there's another completed pass.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Chris Jones on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first. The Chiefs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play Week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or Week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. This is a counter play. Ekeler. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Yellow.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with the 3rd-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Well, L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Ekeler, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
And they're able to add on to their advantage. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Mahomes firing complete, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
After almost signing with Kansas City last offseason, Juju Smith-Schuster actually left Pittsburgh for KC this year as a free agent. He'll be one of the top targets for KC's offense this year as he chases his second career 1,000-yard season. Always reliable, operating out of the slot. Look for him to catch plenty of balls, as we just saw there.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelce. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
15.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. It's Eckler again. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Eckler now between the tackles. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 2nd down, it's Hawkins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. On play action, it's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Play action. It's Herbert. Rolling to his right. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Hawkins trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. They'll find Everett. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. But this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Eckler, they run left side. Room here to run. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, here's Ekeler. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run for it with Eckler. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down, Eckler hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Mahomes to throw once more. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins. Uses a stiff arm. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
Well, they're right down here looking for 6. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On second down now. It's Hawkins, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're going to get this up to midfield. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side. and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes hit. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 45, Chiefs 3.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that
the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On first down, Hawkins.
He'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Chargers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.